Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Board of Ed meeting. The date is Tuesday, May 28th, 2024, and I'd appreciate if you turned off your cell phones as this meeting is being recorded. And Ellen, can you please do our roll call?
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Ms. Callan Carson? Mr. Carey? Here. Mrs. DeRoberts? Here. Ms. Hernandez-Williams? Here. Mr. Riley? Here. Ms. Walters? Present. Mr. Weiner?
Here.
Vice Chair, Mr. Lacavoli?
Here.
Chairperson, Mrs. Granato? Present. And Weathersfield Public School Elementary Kid Chairperson for Highcrest School, Waylon Smith. Here. All present.
Okay, well, our Kid Board of Ed Chair from Highcrest School, Waylon Smith, is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great, thank you. And Mr. Emmett, we have one of our student and staff recognition sitting right next to me tonight. I'd like to introduce our Kid Board of Ed Chair, Waylon Smith, from Highcrest School. And Waylon will be reading his winning essay. So Waylon, the stage is yours.
Go ahead, right here.
Dear Weathersfield Board of Education, as Kid Board of Education Chair, I'd focus on the well-being of elementary school students. I have a way for students to improve their well-being and mental health during school hours. I've noticed that often students in elementary school seem to be stressed out. I see this when my friends are having trouble sitting still, focusing, or sometimes even acting out. In reality,
Good, don't worry.
I've noticed that during class, many people, including me, ask to go to the restroom. In reality, they often just want a break from work. This could be because students in elementary are going through a lot of changes. For example, students in 6th grade are going through a big change because there is a lot more work and the curriculum is more serious. To add on, there are switches to different classrooms for math, science and social studies, and ELA. Sometimes students, including myself, can fall behind or be overwhelmed and stressed out by some of the large amounts of work we receive. I have a few ideas how to help. I believe that one way to reduce elementary school students' stress is by having a break area or having a break pass. Currently, some students have 10-minute breaks, but I think all students should be able to have the opportunity to take a break when needed. Weathersfield High School and Middle School have break areas. Why don't the elementary schools have one? I think each classroom in elementary school should have a break area where you could sit down where you can sit down and on something as simple as a beanbag chair, then fidget, draw, or do something like the Wordle, or anything that is common that still uses your brain. This can help improve students' well-being and mental health by giving them a way to escape for a little bit and have a nice place to take a real break. Another thing that students could benefit from in school and in the future is having a classroom job, like picking things off the floor, sharpening pencils, and wiping down desks and sweeping the floor. Having the classroom jobs can help the teachers and custodian, also rewarding the students. The 6th graders in my school, Highcrest, use a ticket system where you can earn tickets by doing good things in class with extra work. I think we could get classroom jobs and get paid for doing our job with tickets. This can benefit students in very good ways. If you have a classroom job, you can do it when your work is done. This will motivate students to get their work done, because when they get it all done, they'll have time to do the job and get tickets. And then they can buy prizes and save up to watch a movie, get an extra recess. To summarize, students can work hard on their schoolwork so they can have extra time to do their classroom job. This can help students further in the future when we're in high school or college. We're improving work ethic. It can also help them learn how to save real money if you want to buy something big like a car, because you can learn that you have to save money to be able to buy things like that. In conclusion, if you take these steps, students' mental health and well-being will improve, and the school environment will be happier and better than ever. Also, it can improve students' ability to learn and work hard.
Hey, Waylon, thank you very much. This is a very long speech, too. He did a great job. Thank you again, Waylon. Thanks. All right, so next, we do have on our student and staff recognition, our Emerson Williams Circle of Friends. Come on up. Nice job. You can stay or you can go. It's up to you. Okay. Nice job.
Yeah, I don't know where she is. Do you see it on that side too?
We do, it's double.
It's really cool. All right, get my clicker. All right, so I'm Katie Nunn. I am a fourth grade teacher at Emerson Williams, and I'm also the advisor for the Circle of Friends Club at Emerson. And I have Kate Birmingham with me. She's a special ed teacher, and she's a teacher leader. And then we have Charlotte Forrest with us too. She's a student that's going to talk about some of her thoughts. And we do have, hopefully, a parent and another child. Hopefully they'll be able to join us. And if not, or if she comes in late, maybe she can say a few words then. So I will start with the description of Circle of Friends and our timeline. So Circle of Friends is a district-wide club in schools that seeks to integrate special needs students with typical peers in order to form friendships and to celebrate differences, while continuing to note our very many similarities. I first applied to be the advisor for the Emerson Williams Circle of Friends in the fall of 2019. I applied and interviewed with Neela, and we sent out letters about the program. We had a whopping 40 kids sign up, and we were pretty proud of ourselves. And we were all set to have our very first meeting in April of 2020, when, of course, the pandemic struck. So then, when things got a little bit safer, in the fall of 2022, Neela asked me if I was still interested in being the Circle of Friends advisor, and we sent out the same identical letter. And this time, over 110 kids signed up. And so I couldn't possibly find a way to turn anyone away, so we took them all, and I had to beg and plead and beg with my colleagues to help me. And so the call for help was overwhelming and inspiring. And teachers they're so busy and tightly scheduled, and yet once a month or so for an hour and a half, they give of their time and energy to support this club, and some of those colleagues are here tonight in the room. I think that kids, teachers, and all involved with this program will say that we all need that connection and just some time to play together and have fun together. So I'm going to just flip that up quickly. Oh, that's not what I want, sorry. So basically, the first meeting was, I wouldn't say chaotic, but let's just say we've learned a lot since then and we've changed some things around. We had all of the students in the gym, and I was trying to do centers in the gym. It was a little loud, it was a little bit of chaos, and but we then learned that we need to spread the kids out, and we need to kind of keep things moving in a center-like situation. We took away snack from the gym and put it in a separate room, so that was good. And so one teacher that works very closely with me is Kate Birmingham. She is the K-3 special education teacher at Emerson, and she's going to share some about her experience with Circle of Friends.
Okay. I'm here to speak to you about one of my most favorite parts of being an Emerson Williams employee is the Circle of Friends. This inclusive program and club brings together my non-disabled and disabled peers, fostering a supportive environment where everyone belongs. Circle of Friends really holds a special place in my heart. From my perspective as a special education teacher, I feel like my students finally have a club and a place where they really belong. Many of my students might not be the fastest runner for a running club or have the outgoing personality to be part of the musical theater, but we have one requirement in Circle of Friends, and that's to know how to be kind. And if you can do that, then you can be part of our club. Circle of Friends offers a variety of engaging activities. We have crafts, we have gross motor exercises, snack and socializing, and some reading time. These activities allow students to learn about each other, discover common interests, and build meaningful relationships. This is across grades, 1st through 6th grade. We mix up the groups each month, so they're with different peers each month, and they're with different, it's so wonderful. Adult volunteers, like Katie had said, play a crucial role in Circle of Friends. We've had paraprofessionals from other schools come join us, building substitutes, and classroom teachers from all different grades come and help out. This year, one change we made is we had to, we thought it wasn't the best to include kindergarten because they're so young, but we still have kindergarten teachers come and lead circles and lead groups in Circle of Friends because they still want to be involved. These adults help develop positive relationships with all students, recognizing and nurturing the potential in each one of them. Many students who may have once felt invisible now look forward to coming to school and participating in Circle of Friends. Our monthly club meetings promote awareness and acceptance through our entire student body. This consistent involvement helps cultivate a more inclusive and understanding school culture. Through regular interactions with their peers, all students in the program improve their social communication skills. One of the things you'll see is their snack and socialize time, and it's very sweet where students in 1st and 6th grade will be having a conversation about something similar. They also become advocates for a kinder, more inclusive school environment. I even had parents tell me how much they like Circle of Friends, especially for some parents of special education students. They might not have the play date invites or the invitations to birthday parties, or the parents always have to attend with them. But at Circle of Friends, we have paraprofessionals come and enjoy, and it's just a fun time for everyone to hang out, and it happens once a month, so it's that constant play you have with each other. So in summary, Circle of Friends isn't just a club, it's a movement that increases awareness, understanding, and acceptance of differences among all participants. This is an invaluable program that makes a significant difference in the lives of our students, especially mine. Now we'll have Charlotte come up. She's one of our students who participates regularly in Circle of Friends.
Hi, I'm Charlotte Tavares, and I'm a 5th grader, and I go to Emerson Williams Elementary School. Circle of Friends has been an amazing experience. There were many different games, and each meeting of Circle of Friends was different, which I thought was so unique. One of my favorite games we played was Parachute. I also loved how it was all the grades, K through 6. I met so many new friends and people, and I probably wouldn't have never talked or acknowledged my new friends if I didn't participate in Circle of Friends. Also, it gets a chance to hang out with people that you normally don't hang out with. It is also great for the little kids that participate, because when they participate in Circle of Friends, they learn how to be more open, and talk to more people. I love Circle of Friends because I get to have many chances, and I obviously take them, to get many new friends. And since I take those chances, when I do other after-school activities, I know everyone so that I am comfortable with them when we have to do things. Also, I know that the other teachers love seeing that the students have fun with other students. I have amazing times at Circle of Friends, and I can't wait to go on Thursday. Thank you.
So I don't see the other parent and child, so if they come in after the slideshow, maybe they could say a few words. And so I'm going to just show you a little slideshow.
Okay, thank you. Wow.
So I'm very happy that Mrs. Calafiore and Alessia made it. They arrived. I really hope I didn't tell you the wrong place. Come on over. All right.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Porchin Calafiore, and alongside today is my brilliant daughter, Alessia, who, like many wonderful children, has faced her own challenges with socialization. And I'm honored to be here today, and thank you for inviting me. So the Circle of Friends program at our school expertly nurtured by Mrs. Nunn, isn't just a program. It's a testament to what true inclusion looks like. Reflecting on what Werner Myers famously said in her talks on diversity, diversity is being invited to the party, inclusion is being asked to dance. This program truly embodies that spirit of inclusion by not just bringing diverse students together, but actively engaging them in a dance of friendship and understanding. It's a model that exemplifies the transformative impact of genuine inclusivity, showing us that this is just a start. We need such programs in every school to spark the systemic change necessary to ensure every child is not only seen, but celebrated. Thank you very much, and I will have my daughter Alessia to share her experiences with the program.
Say my name first.
Of course you can say your name, yes.
Hi, my name's Alessia, and I'm excited to talk about the Circle of Friends and what I enjoy. And what I like about it is that I get to meet new friends and get to know about them, their favorite things, or what they like to do. And I like learning about that, and I like the activities, and my favorite one is the art where we make things, which I like to do.
That's it.
And I'm very happy to share this today.
Thank you so much.
All right, I promise not to take over this whole meeting, but I would be remiss not to thank Mr. Daniel Lopez, too, who is our playmaker and makes up so many games on the spot. So he's part of what makes it so much fun. And of course, everyone that helps, too. So that was our presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt. Any board members with comments? Anybody?
I just wanted to say thank you so much for sharing, and thank you to all the teachers that stay after school to do those activities, because it's their own time with their family. So thank you so much, and the students, you did an amazing job. You're so brave to come up.
And I also want to say thank you for all the hard work that you put into that. It's a really wonderful thing. And Kate Birmingham, I'm so happy our paths have crossed again. From Hartford.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. Yes.
Small world.
Very nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hi, thank you so much for sharing about the program and for getting up and speaking to us as well. It is not easy, you know, so everyone did a wonderful, wonderful job. I love the program because it seems like it's not just taking place in the after-school time. You're seeing the benefits of it, you know, whether they're in school, out of school, and what a gift that keeps on giving. Thank you for all that you're doing, and, you know, great job to the girls who got up and spoke. Really beautiful job. And the mom.
Anyone else? Jim?
Thank you so much for the program. I know Carolyn really enjoys it, and I think it's very beneficial, and I think a lot of folks forget that, you know, the kids in the younger grades, 50% of their lives were spent with COVID, so they certainly had, you know, a lot to deal with, so thank you.
I just want to thank you as well for coming and sharing your program and your activity that you're running. We thank you for doing that. These are the type of things that we need in the school, in the schools, all of them, not just Emerson. Thank you to the students for coming and speaking and sharing your opinion and your stories. We appreciate it. It's not easy to get up and speak. It's not easy for me to sit here and speak. I understand. There was a time when I went to Emerson Williams, and I don't think we had cool programs like this. So it's good to see that things like this are going on in a school that I think fondly of. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to say thank you also for letting us know what is going on in the schools, and thank you for all your hard work and for the kids for learning so well. Nice job. Anyone else? How about a nice round of applause? Okay, I'm going to send Mr. Emmett up to the podium, but before we go up, we're going to recognize our retirees, and there's a quote I absolutely love. Of course, it's by Dr. Seuss, and it's, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." So, our retirees.
It's one of my favorite events here at the Wethersfield Public Schools because we get to recognize some people that have made a very strong mark on our district. It is bittersweet given the fact that we will no longer see them with us next year, but at the same time, we definitely want to recognize them for all of their great work that they've done. So we're going to start off this evening with Emerson Williams. If I could please have Miss Ruth George come forward. Come on up, Ruth. It's where the retirees come up and we get to talk about you a little bit. I would like to recognize Miss Ruth George, who actually already retired on February 20th after 25 years of service to the Wethersfield Public Schools. Ruth was the extraordinary elementary media technical associate at Emerson Williams Elementary School. That's our fancy name for librarian. Ruth joined the Emerson team in 2020, just before COVID struck. Prior to that, Ruth worked very briefly at Hanmer as both a substitute teacher and a reading recovery tutor, before moving on to Wethersfield High School in 1999, where she was first an EL tutor and then later the library assistant. Ruth has loved every single minute of working in the Wethersfield Public Schools, and she feels so lucky and blessed to have had her career here with us in Wethersfield. She stayed in Wethersfield so long because she loved making a positive difference in the lives of our students. Even though she is retired, she still comes back to visit and visits colleagues and students at Emerson. Ruth, we hope you are loving your retirement so far, and please know that your Emerson family, as well as the district, miss you very much already. We are grateful for your service. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ruth George. Next, if I could please have Miss Kathy Haggerty come forward. I'd like to recognize Miss Kathy Haggerty, who is retiring at the end of this school year after being a highly respected tutor in our school district for the past 27 years. Kathy spent her first year as a reading tutor at Hanmer, and then has spent the past 26 years as a tutor at Emerson Williams. Kathy worked 1 year as a math tutor, but all of the remaining years she has worked as a reading tutor. Reading and literacy are passions for Kathy. Prior to working as a tutor in our district, Kathy taught 6th grade in Bloomfield for 2 years before staying home to raise her family. She loves working with the students and staff at Emerson Williams, and she's going to miss everyone very much. Kathy, the staff at Emerson Williams, as well as the Wethersfield Public Schools, are going to miss you very much as well, and we wish you all the best and a very happy and well-deserved retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kathy Haggerty. If I could please have Miss Brenda McLaughlin come forward. I would like to recognize Miss Brenda McLaughlin, who is retiring at the end of this school year. Brenda is the reading consultant at Emerson Williams, and she's going to be greatly missed by the entire Emerson community, as well as the Wethersfield Public Schools in general. Brenda is wrapping up her 24th year in Wethersfield. She has spent all 24 of those years at Emerson Williams as the reading consultant. Prior to joining Emerson Williams, Brenda spent a little bit of time in the corporate world and was also a classroom teacher in both Houston and Suffield. Brenda is quite simply amazing. She has 3 master's degrees and a 6th-year degree. Her most recent master's degree is a Master of Arts in Theology and Ministry, and in her retirement, she hopes to explore some new professional opportunities in that realm. Brenda is excited about her retirement, and she is feeling a great sense of honor and privilege to have been working beside the Emerson students and teachers as our students have taken off and soared with their reading and writing over the past 24 years. Brenda, we thank you so much for everything you have done to support the Emerson-Williams community and the Wethersfield community at large. Your high level of expertise, passion, and professionalism will also be greatly missed. We all wish you the best of luck in your well-deserved retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Brenda McLaughlin. Moving on to Charles Wright Elementary School, if I could please have Miss Donna Weinstein come forward. Donna Weinstein started her career in the Wethersfield Public Schools in the fall of 2000, starting out as a teacher aide at Hanmer Elementary School. Over her 24 years of dedicated service to our community and our children, Donna has served as a paraeducator at 4 of our 5 elementary schools. Fortunately for Charles Wright, Donna has served here the past 17 years. Parents and teachers are so appreciative for her continued commitment in helping our most vulnerable students grow into their own independent selves. Her willingness to assist our children grasp the most challenging of concepts, and her patience to see it through has enabled so many to reach heights that at one time were thought to be impossible. Charles Wright will have a void where Donna Weinstein has served. As with her retiring colleague, she has touched the lives of not only our children, but their parents and each one of us who has shared the journey with her. Donna has been a model for the novice teacher as well as the veteran, with her skills and ways of working with our children with special needs. She will be greatly missed. Thank you, Donna, for all that you've given to our community and our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Donna Weinstein. If I could please have Miss Lisa Pasquaretta come forward. Lisa Pasquaretta was a graduate of Farmington High School and holds a bachelor's degree in education from SCSU. Her interests in working with children with special needs was and remains her heartbeat. Lisa began her career in the Wethersfield Public Schools in March of 2000 as a teacher aide at the Webb Kindergarten Center. And even in her first year, her talent and excellent skill working with her students was duly noted. Over the past 24 years, she has always given her all as a paraeducator working at Webb, Emerson-Williams, Hanmer, and Charles Wright schools. We at Charles Wright have been very fortunate to have had her in the building for the past 19 years and have grown especially appreciative of all that she has done for our students, families, and staff. Lisa has guided and helped us with all her expertise. As one of her evaluations noted, Lisa is able to work with the full spectrum of students with special needs. She's an incredible asset for WPS. We as a community are very fortunate to have had her here within the Wethersfield Public Schools for so long. Thank you, Lisa, for being such a great leader and giving your all to ensure that the students get all they need. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lisa Pasquaretta. And moving on to Wethersfield High School. If I could please have Miss Karen Colangelo come forward. Karen Colangelo began her teaching career at Wethersfield High School in 2001. In her years at WHS, Karen has been a positive role model within the math department. Some members even refer to Karen as the mom of the department due to her caring nature and willingness to help in any situation. If you walk by her room after school, it is always filled with students getting extra help. She is constantly available to provide additional support to students as well as support of her colleagues. Karen has been very open to assist members of the department from providing instructional support to making copies to just voicing a word of encouragement. On behalf of Weathersfield High School and the Weathersfield Public Schools, we wish Karen all the best in her retirement. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Karen Colangelo. If I could please have Mr. John Sand come forward. John Sand, 34 years. 24 years as teacher and assistant principal at Weathersfield High School, 10 years as teacher and assistant principal at E.O. Smith High School. When John Sand was a young social studies teacher, he had a sign outside of his room that said, "If you enter this room, you are someone special." The hallmark of John's 34-year administrative and teaching career is how he embodied the sentiment behind this sign for all of his students. More important than current issues, civics, world history, and U.S. history lessons he shared, thousands of students believed that they were someone special because of John Sand. John served as an assistant principal for years, but John is a teacher. His place was in his classroom, where his unbridled enthusiasm could positively impact 100 students every day. His history lessons were engaging and thought-provoking, but what was most memorable to his students are the life lessons he incorporated that helped each of them define who they are as people and understand their place in the world. He has forged lifelong friendships with many former students and continues to support and believe in them. For example, showing up to support them when they run the New York City Marathon, or at professional soccer games, or just to meet up for coffee with someone who needs an empathetic listener or sage advice. A former Teacher of the Year and Peer Award winner, John has shown tremendous commitment to the Weathersfield High School and the community at large. His contributions are far-reaching and varied, including opening up a world of travel and adventure to hundreds of students, taking students to 8 different countries. Establishing the WHS chapter of the Interact Club and the Bicycle Club. Founding the Euro Challenge and Ethics Bowl teams. Originating Weathersfield High School's involvement in the social justice program Camp Anytown. Running the Hunger Project, sending thousands of meals to local food pantries, and running many other charitable events, including raising money for Ukraine and the Walk for Vail Scholarship. He has done all of this while being a loving husband to Lauren and devoted father to Tommy and Kelly. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Sand. And now, if I could please have, from Silas Dean Middle School, Miss Deb Murphy come forward.
Oh.
I'm going to do my best to get through this one, but I make no guarantees. Miss Deborah Murphy has been a staple to the Weathersfield Public Schools for the past 11 years. Deb has worked in various buildings across the district and has been an avid member of the Weathersfield community. No matter where she's been, Deb has always been that calm, rational voice on the other end of the phone for parents and staff and superintendents. She is the epitome of a hard worker. She has been known to stay longer after she's clocked out just to organize the supply closet without being interrupted by the door or phone ringing. She's also a great party planner who has assisted in planning many school events both at the building and district level. Deb will also be remembered for her sense of humor, which I can attest is wicked, wry, and dry. Okay? Yes, exactly. As I recall on my 50th birthday, where I was superimposed on an Elvis cutout at my door when I came in. Deb will also be remembered for her sense of humor. She may have been responsible for finding pictures of staff at Stillman from their high school years, leaving them around the Stillman building, or finding the superintendent's picture on a birthday cake one year. I don't know how you got that, but she certainly surprised Mr. Voisin and Ms. Yusko for Principal's Day, as she was part of a team who imposed their pictures on a poster of famous athletes from their famous sports teams. They wondered why she was extra giggling that day before these posters appeared. We will say this, Deb leaves behind big shoes to fill. And as superintendent of the schools that had the opportunity to work directly with Deb for several years, I must say, I greatly appreciate everything you have done for this district, everything you have done certainly for me and for everyone out in our schools. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Deb Murphy. We also, ladies and gentlemen, had several members of the staff who were unable to attend this evening. I do want to recognize from Webb Elementary School, Ms. Carol Murphy, the library media specialist from Webb, as well as Cynthia Springer, speech and language pathologist. So congratulations to them. From Wethersfield High School, we have the following individuals who will be retiring. World language teacher Joe Baril, paraeducator Debbie Ball, science teacher John Walsh, science teacher Karen Foley, paraeducator Cindy Procaccini, and high school nurse Nancy Miller. And then finally, last but not least, unable to attend this evening, but I certainly want to recognize him. All of you in the schools know our beloved courier Joe Bongiovanni. Joe retired earlier this year after a lengthy career in Wethersfield that spanned over 20 years. Joe was always a happy, smiling face who could be seen in any of our buildings across the Wethersfield Public Schools. Very reliable if it ended up being something that had to get to school at a certain time, whether it be picking up money from the cafeteria fund. Joe was always reliable and could always be counted upon. And the fact that Joe was a Yankee fan was just a plus. So I do want to recognize our longtime courier, Mr. Joe Bongiovanni. That's our retirement. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Any board members with comment? Well, I will tell you, retirement can be fabulous, so please enjoy yourself and use your time wisely. You're so young, and you have so many good years to give to yourselves now, so enjoy. Thank you very, very much.
Bobby, can I share something too? I'd like to thank all of you. I recognize so many faces from when my kids went through Wethersfield Public Schools. A lot of their friends still talk about mock trial, Mr. Sand, and I think they will continue to do so. Thank you for all that you've done. It is not an easy job. I thank you for what you've done. I hope you enjoy your retirements. I'm sure you will. And when my mom retired, she said, I don't know however I found time to work. So I'm sure you'll be in the same boat. Best wishes. Thank you so much.
Anyone else?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Chuck?
Congratulations to all the retirees. Just want to congratulate Ms. George. Thanks for everything you've done in the Pieces program. Venus has loved you and loved the program. It's an after-school program on Fridays that Ms. George has run. Mr. Sand, I remember you when you started in 2000. I was coming back as an alumni, and you have come to a lot of sporting events and always support the students, and you'll certainly be missed. And I know you do a great job bringing the students to the 9/11 Memorial. I know my own son this year loved it. So thank you. And Miss Murphy, where's Deb? Did she leave? Nope, she's back there. We'll certainly miss you. We have missed you since you left central office. You were the crutch back there, and you did a lot for us, and we appreciate it. And thank you to all the other retirees.
Okay, thank you. How about another round of applause for our Thank you. All right, we'll move on. So next on tonight's agenda is the approval of the minutes for our regular Board of Ed meeting on May 13th, 2024. Are there any corrections? I have one.
I have one.
Oh, you got one too? Go ahead, Jim.
On page 2, letter C, it should be international, not internation, I think.
International, you said okay.
Thank you.
I have a correction.
Go ahead.
On page 4 of 8, under announcements and information, Ms. Granado didn't say any of that. The whole paragraph is copied and pasted, I think, from another meeting, but she did not tell us to look at our committee calendars or any of that.
I don't say that. That's,
Oh, okay, that's like a default, that's
Yes,
always.
so
I think
she
it was
doesn't-
part of
she
it,
didn't
so I'll
definitely
take
didn't
it
say it
out.
last meeting.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, moving along here on the first page, on paragraph 2A there. It's Alan Prezy in the second sentence, and we have Carly Weiner, and it should be Alan Prezy.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, anyone else with corrections? All right, so may I have a motion to approve these minutes?
So moved.
Okay, a second?
Second.
Oh, great.
I have a point of clarification. Are we approving the minutes as amended? Are we?
As amended, yes.
So the motion needs to say the minutes as amended then.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the amended minutes?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions?
I abstain.
Okay, so noted. Great, those minutes are approved. All right, is there anyone wishing to make a public comment? Please come on up to the podium and state your name and address. And may I remind you that public comments are limited to 5 minutes. And seeing none, we'll just move along. Mr. Emmett, you have some communications to share.
Yes, I certainly do. Thank you again, Mrs. Granado. Good evening, everyone. I will be requesting a special meeting of the Board of Education to address the rescinding of the non-renewal notices. Over the course of the past several days, we've received 2 additional resignations, which will allow us to avoid a reduction in force for our teaching staff who are currently under contract. So that is a desire of mine to make sure that these teachers know that they are set for employment for next year. Graduation is set for Wednesday, June 12th. You see this evening in council chambers, your caps and gowns have arrived. We are hoping for a bright and sunny day as we bid farewell to the class of 2024. Additional information will be forthcoming from the high school as the event approaches. We will also be conducting an elementary clap out for our seniors on the morning of the 12th, where seniors will return to their elementary schools to be recognized by staff and students in the building. Last year marked the first year for this event, and its popularity has created an instant Wethersfield tradition. So that will be taking place. And then finally tonight, we had the opportunity to recognize our retirees for their accomplishments as they conclude their careers in the district. Looking ahead to the 2024-2025 school year, I wish to inform the board and the community of my intent to retire as superintendent of schools on June 30th, 2025. The purpose of announcing at this point in time is to provide the board with ample time to focus upon the search process. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as the superintendent of this great district, and I look forward to working with you next year to make the transition as smooth and seamless as possible. That's communications. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Okay, thank you. And we'll continue to move on. So tonight, in our action items, we have 5 motions. Matt, would you do recommended motion 6A for us?
Yes, Bobby. I move that the Wethersfield Board of Education approve a 5-year lease contract with Quadient Inc. for supply and maintenance of postage meter units in all Wethersfield buildings commencing on or about September 1st, 2024.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on this? Matt, we okay?
Yeah, no, I just think as it was explained and described to us from our business manager, it's a cost savings effort, and we're always looking for those, so that's appreciated.
Okay. All right, let's vote on this. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion 6A passes. Let's move on to 6B. Janice, will you do the one for our approval of Wethersfield High School curriculum?
Yes, we met in committee and agreed to send this on to the board, so we're looking for a motion to approve AP Literature.
Okay. Can I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, this wide-ranging literature and writing course will be a demanding and challenging experience for students. They will explore the human experience as expressed in literature through poetry, fiction, and drama, and by further developing their scholarly skills.
Okay. So let's have a vote on this. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? 6B passes. And we'll move on to 6C. Chuck, would you read that for us?
Move that the Weathersfield Board of Education approve the WHS curriculum for U.S. history.
Okay, any discussion on that?
Yes, this course explores growth and change in the United States since the Civil War. It embeds a significant amount of reading and writing and asks students to think critically about the social landscapes and historical periods that they're studying. They learn about how America got to be America as it is now.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? Okay, let's vote. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? 6C passes. So
I don't think anybody's second.
Someone has to second.
We never second.
I'll second.
I'm sorry, thank you.
That's okay.
Okay, so now we can go on to all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? 6C passes. 6D. Liz, would you please read it for us?
Sure. I move that the Weathersfield Board of Education approve Weathersfield High School curriculum psychology.
Okay, a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Second, I got a second there.
Okay, this Level 1 course introduces students to research methodology and the basic content of the science of psychology. There are required units and units that allow for student choice.
Okay, any further discussion? All right, let's vote. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? 6D passes. And 6E, Christina?
I move that the Weathersfield Board of Education approves the Weathersfield High School textbook proposal, ECE, UConn, Music 1011, 1012, Fundamentals, Ear Training 1 and 2, AP Music Theory.
Second.
A second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion on this? Janice?
This textbook is among those recommended by UConn for teaching this course. It is the choice of the teacher who will be teaching it as they have used it in the past.
So I also wanted to point out that the early college experience is a wonderful opportunity for students, even though the book is a little costly. It is a college-level course, so I know sometimes if anyone has a question about this, a way to support the music program and also give these students, no matter what socioeconomic status, an opportunity to get college credit.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right, then we'll vote. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? 6E passes. Thank you for all that from Student Program and Services. That was wonderful. We do not have any presentations this evening, so we'll go on to Board of Meetings, Board of Ed meetings held. Our first one is the CREC Council. No, we're going to do WEC first from last board meeting on May 13th. Janice?
Yes, let me just get to that. Got me
Take
out
your
of
time.
order here. Okay, WEC met on May 13th, and all Weathersfield children birth to 8 are healthy, developmental, successful learners, and committed to the community. That is their goal. The discussion of SOAR that was begun at the last meeting continued. SOAR stands for Strengths, Opportunities, Aspirations, and Results. This was a way of WEC to look forward to what next steps are. It was suggested that the committee have fewer meetings now that the organizational work of WEC has been completed. These meetings could be more task-oriented, meaning that members would take on specific assignments between meetings and report back to the committee. Meanwhile, some meetings could still have informational presentations. In order to advance the goal of creating more opportunities for parent interaction, there was a discussion about the need to partner with community groups in town, such as the Dad's Club and the Two Moms Clubs, and to have them partner with each other around the theme of play. Since WEC cannot seek out funding, it was suggested that meetups for children to play while parents socialized could be in places such as playgrounds where there is no fee. David McSurgy, the founder of Dad's Club, who attended this meeting, mentioned a few establishments that have been willing to donate space in the past. Some members in attendance are reading The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt. Sally Destoli said this book will be the subject of a community-wide shared reading book club in conjunction with our own town library. Details have since been posted concerning the 3 dates and times for the book club meetings and discussions. Upcoming events, UConn PEP graduation is June 6th at Loretta's Dream. There will be a transition to kindergarten summer program once again. 30 families at the time of this meeting had registered. And in July, WEC will be looking for 2 parent ambassadors as required by a grant that they received. They're also looking for 8 to 12 parents who may be interested in Circle of Security. This is where caregivers learn about children's attachment needs in order to promote secure attachment with a child. And you can look up Circle of Security online if you want to know more about it.
Okay, thank you. Next is the CREC Council, which met on Wednesday, May 15th, for their annual meeting. The CREC Council is the Capital Region Education Council, of which Wethersfield is a member, along with 35 other surrounding towns. And this council is responsible for the regional magnet schools and Project Choice. They have also organized and are running the Hartford Head Start program. The meeting began with both the chairperson and the executive director's remarks to welcome the council to the annual meeting and to deliver words of appreciation to all in the CREC family, to recognize guests, and to celebrate students with scholarships. Special recognition was given to Tim Sullivan as he retires as CREC superintendent, and Jeff Ivory, CREC's financial director. The council viewed a video presentation of the year in review, and we all commented on how quickly it seems to come to an end. The council was then treated to a light lunch and a delightful performance of show songs by the Greater Hartford Academy of the Arts students. The CREC Council will not meet again until September. Other meetings held, we have Human Resource and Personnel Committee. Christina, could you report on that?
Yes, so we are meeting Monday, May 20th. We discussed the staff, student, and family survey. The board has received the results, and we will be reviewing the data in the summer. More importantly, the staff in each respective building will be reviewing the data and the findings and trying to have some meaningful conversations in the fall. We're doing well with staffing and have posted for potential openings to ensure we hire the best candidates for the open positions due to retirements. That's important to get the best candidates for the schools. We continue to have meaningful communication in the area of absences and leaves in the Wethersfield schools, and we will have another meeting June 4th to plan for the new 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. Okay, and move on to Student Program and Services Committee. Janice?
Besides the courses and the textbook that we approved, we heard about the school improvement plans from Webb and Emerson Williams schools. Some of the people from their leadership team reported. These plans reflect our 3 district goals of empathy, achievement, and equity. Empathy at Webb School, they are this school year, opportunities to engage in restorative community practices, student self-advocacy, and parent involvement have been increased by instituting initiatives and procedures designing to connect all school community members. For achievement, they have worked hard to roll out illustrative math with fidelity and increase the role of teachers in the SRBI process, among other things. For equity, they have focused on equity as it pertains to students with special needs by enhancing access to student first language communication through an instructional video on how to use the program and updating the offerings in the school library. They've also implemented the next steps recommended by CREC Welcoming Schools Committee. In Emerson Williams, for empathy, last summer the staff book club read What Happened to You? Conversations on Trauma, Resilience, and Healing for a deeper understanding of restorative practices. Families were engaged in community building circles, and efforts were made to increase the school's partnership with their PTO in order to support this work. For achievement, student engagement and success was increased through illustrative math and implementation of the Thinking Classroom strategies. Teachers engaged in intra and inter-school instructional rounds and peer observations as a means to collaborate, share ideas, and improve student academic performance. For equity, the Parent BIPOC Affinity Group provided the space for BIPOC parents to support, advocate, and share. Staff meetings focused on culture and diversity, and EL teachers conducted PD to further support EL students. We also had a presentation on play-based learning, which will be the law next year. Although as of fall 2024, it will be state law that primary grades in particular implement play-based learning. This is not a new concept. Teachers of young children have always seen the need for this. A few of our teachers, including Jessica Dunham, a kindergarten teacher, attended a workshop on play-based learning and shared the information ideas with their peers. Using materials from Donors Choose, Ms. Dunham has been able to add to her students' opportunities to learn important concepts through play. It was also acknowledged that common, inexpensive items are often enthusiastically and naturally recycled for play by young students with no guidance needed. Play is essential for developing cognitive and executive functioning skills, along with social-emotional skills. And then we had an update on the K-12 music program. Last year, the Board of Ed was able to fund the purchase of $30,000 worth of new instruments. Instruments are very expensive and the need is great, so the staff also did a lot of work through a recycling program and through their own efforts to make older instruments functional. Our music teachers are working hard to make connections between schools at all levels in order to provide improved continuity, support, encouragement, and equity for all students. Their goal is to continue to step up and improve these processes. The music department continues to have several outstanding areas of funding need that need to be addressed by future Board of Ed budget plans. And then after the meeting, we did get a copy of the music department's school improvement plan, and it was very exciting reading. They plan to work on integrating music technology throughout all their courses, working with the high school to have a schedule that allows more music participation. And this was really a fun thing. They want to work with the community to find opportunities for musicians at all grade levels to perform at public events, and have master classes with musicians from outside come in. So I just thought those, I know I had a lot to say, but I really had to add that because I just thought all of that is so exciting.
That's because there's a lot that goes on there.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Janice. And our meeting that we just had, Finance and Operations Committee, Matthew?
Thank you, Bobby. So prior to tonight's Board of Ed meeting, we had a rousing meeting of the Finance and Operations Committee. Normally, I like to take a page out of my friend Ken Lesher's book and make 3 points, but I only have 2. The first one is we are $5,000 over budget for the year, negligible. Actually, slightly better than negligible, I would say, on a $61-ish million budget. So thank you to our business manager for his work on that throughout the year. The second takeaway from the meeting, Michael mentioned this earlier, no non-renewals will be losing their positions due to budget constraints, which is great news. That's it.
Thank you. So meeting scheduled, Community and Public Relations Committee is on 5:30 at 6 o'clock. REC, I believe, is over for the year, correct, Janice? Yes, and so is in CREC. CREC will meet again in September. So we'll move on. Is there anyone wishing to make a public comment? Please come on up here and state your name and address, and may I remind you that you have 5 minutes. Seeing none. Okay, are there any board comments? Matthew?
So I did not know that Michael was going to make that announcement tonight during communications, but I just want to acknowledge him and his work in this district. I would like to thank our superintendent for his work here in this district. It's been a great experience getting to work with you and know you and learn from you. Your concern and care for the children is palpable, and it's much appreciated. Your role is not one that is easy, and everyone knows that, but your time and effort here is greatly appreciated, Michael. Enjoy Florida, enjoy watching hockey, enjoy spending time with family, and working on your property. on your property, or whatever it is you decide to do. We truly wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you very much.
Okay, anyone else for board comments? Okay, I have, at this time...
I've got a...
Excuse me, Jim?
I know, it's always me, and I apologize for that.
I couldn't keep a straight face, I'm sorry, every time.
I do have a couple comments. Sorry, Chuck. And board. I attended the Career Advisory Board breakfast last Thursday, and that was a great event. I mean, the kids had presentations on their internships. There were local business owners, members of this board were here, and the teachers and administrators. It was, it was a really good event. So I also attended the band banquet on May 17th. There was also a band and orchestra concert on May 23rd, and there was a can and bottle drive on May 18th. Thank you.
Thank you. And I was going to comment on the band banquet, which was fabulous on May 17th at the Pitkin Center. They really are a very talented group. And I'm going to give a shout out to the school administrators and teachers who kept the board informed of school happenings, curriculum and action pictures and details of life in our schools. Thank you. The board appreciates your time and effort to communicate with us in the Friday update. So thank you very much. Anyone else for board comments? And Mary Dunn isn't here today, and she's going to be graduating in 2 weeks. All right, is there any unfinished business tonight? All right, so may I have a motion to have an executive session for the purpose of the superintendent's evaluation for the school year 2023-2024?
So moved.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you all. This meeting is adjourned, and good night.